Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a vlog. I haven't vlogged in ages, so I'm super excited. I missed you guys a lot and I'm just going to take you guys around for the day. So I just woke up, cleaned the house. I'm feeling pretty good because my house was like, it was like a bomb had hit it. So I thought, you know what? Let me just clean it up and then we can get into vlogging. Okay, so I'm going to make some brekkie. I want to take you guys around and like show you what I eat for the day as well. I have some activewear to show you. I have heaps of stuff. So let's make some brekkie because I'm a hungry girl. I want to make a smoothie and I bought a new blender yesterday. $1,500. So it better be good. Let's try it. Beautiful. My room is nice and clean. Jokes. So this morning I woke up and thought, you know what? It's time to buy a new bed head and like bedside tables and everything like that because I've had that bed for like 3 years now and I just feel like it's time to upgrade it. I mean, when I get older, I'm obviously not going to be buying beds every 3 years, but I just feel like I've gone through a massive change in my life and my bedroom is like my sanctuary, and like looking at stuff that reminds me of like my past, I'm just like, you know what? It's time to treat myself. I've grown so much and I don't want to be reminded of shit, you know? Hello. So yes, I bought heaps of new stuff for my bedroom and I can't wait for you guys to see it. Good morning. To be honest, I've had my eye on this stuff for probably like 6 months now and I just thought, you know what, it's time to do it. I'm sick of looking at my ugly bed head. It's actually quite nice, but yeah, you know what I mean, guys. You know what I mean. It's like smelling an old perfume that reminds you of a time in your life and you're like, gross. No. Here is my new blender. It's so beautiful. It's so big and heavy. I think this is an industrial one. It's called the Vitamix. I used it yesterday for the first time. I made myself an acai bowl and it was so good. It worked really well. So you can make like heaps of different things. It comes with a recipe book. You can make like ice cream, dips, cocktails, literally name it. You can make anything. Kombucha? What? Baby food? All right, so I have some ice in there. I'm gonna go with some frozen bananas, mixed berries, bush sold blueberries, I forgot to get them. Tropica superfood greens, so good for you. Vanilla protein, 1, 2, no, oh, no worries. Oh my God, that was close. Cinnamon ground, don't know why I added that. And then this is the milk that I like to use. My coach told me to get this one, my trainer, my PT. Couldn't get the words out. Oh my God, it's so thick. Probably should have made a smoothie bowl with that. Oh. Alright guys, so I just got dressed into my gym clothes. Now it is time to go training with my PT. I'm so freaking excited. I haven't trained with her in so long. Like honestly, a month. Isn't he the cutest thing in the world? I've got to get into some work very soon, but before I do that, I just want to share with you some of the new collections that Gymshark are dropping really soon, which is awesome. There's actually so many, so I'm going to share with you some of my favorite pieces from those collections, and I'll leave the dates and everything down below so you guys know exactly when they're dropping. But this set that I was wearing this morning to my PT, which by the way, was so freaking good. It's so good to be back again with Katie and just like getting all of her amazing advice and everything. But yeah, that outfit that I was wearing there is actually a part of this new Vital Seamless collection, which is awesome. They've actually upgraded the quality of the whole Vital Seamless collection, which is awesome. Their original one obviously is really good as well, but they've made some new tweaks. The material is new and improved. It's softer, it's more durable. The sports bra is more supportive and there's more sweat wicking on the side here. This color is such a vibe. So if you do want to stand out, this is definitely the one for you because it's the brightest by far. I really love this color. So we have the short pants that are high-waisted, perfect amount of high waist, so they go just above my belly button, which is what I love. So this is the other color that I chose. As you can see, this is where the new sweat wicking is added. Also there's thumb holes, which I love, but yeah, I've always loved the Vital Seamless collection. Now we have the Adapt Marl Seamless collection. They've added a few more colors in this one. This color is so pretty, and I've actually gone up a size in my sports bras, so now I wear a size medium in the sports bras and then small in the tights still. I love the shape of this bra, it's super comfortable. And we also have the long sleeve crop as well. Okay, honestly, I keep getting dressed way too quickly and I'm actually out of breath right now. So the next one that we have is from the Animal Adapt Seamless collection. This is the same like fit and same quality and everything as the original. It's just new colorways, same as the one that I just shared with you. So here's a little close up of what this one looks like. I really like this style for my boobs. It holds them in place and it's just really nice and supportive. Then we have the leggings right here. This is such a cool print, wow. I definitely have a feeling this one's gonna sell out really quickly. This one is super cool. So this is from the Adapt Seamless Ombre collection. The ombre on this is so clean, I'm actually shook. This is very comfortable and I could see myself wearing this one a lot. You know what I do have? I have the long leggings from their old ombre collection in my cupboard. I literally have so many Gymshark clothes, it's insane. I don't know where it is at the moment, but you can definitely mix and match with the original collection if you want like long leggings. But yeah, that is about all I have to share with you from Gymshark. So now I'm just gonna go get into some work and then I'm gonna get ready to go to the coast because I'm actually going on a brand trip. It is time for some lunch. I just got these meals delivered to my house. It's called The Good Chef. I'm just trying it out literally for the first time now. I feel like it looks like a small portion, but I honestly do think I will be full after this. So we'll see how I feel. Tastes really yum. If you guys are looking for a new way to like plan out your days, this is literally the best thing ever. It's from Kiki. It's just like a daily planner. You write your top priorities there, what you need to do for tomorrow, notes, and then just a list of everything that you need to do that day, and I just like tick it off as I go. Google Calendars is good, but I feel like it's too like worky. Like it's so, like I have all my contracts and stuff in there, but when it comes to like personal things I need to do, like my coach call, my nail appointment, and all of that stuff, it's just better to have it on here because I feel like then I can separate like work as well with my personal life. What I was thinking is I'm going to talk a little bit about my coaching experience because I wanted to talk about this for a while. I've been getting so many DMs about it and asking like how I've grown over the past like, you know, year or 6 months, 8 months now. God, it's gone so quickly. So I just want to talk about that and kind of let you guys in on that side of my life because I don't really talk about the coaching part too much. Obviously it's really personal to me, but I do want to talk a little bit more about it. Shed some light on it because it's honestly changed my whole life. And I've actually tried to make a video about it before, like a full-on dedicated video, and I think I got into like too much like personal detail when I don't think it's really necessary to do that. Like I don't want to relive past trauma that I've gone through or anything like that. I don't really think it's that necessary. Like I know a lot of you guys will be able to learn from it, but I think diving into something that you guys will know who I'm talking about and all of that, like I don't really want to do that. Like I want to keep my personal life personal, private, you know what I mean? So I'm going to share as much as I can without like, you know, giving too much away, just because I do want to help you guys. I mean, if it was up to me, I would 100% tell you guys everything that I've like gone through and so you guys could learn from it as well. But in, you know, sake of other people's privacy, I can't really do that. And I know you guys are gonna pick up on names and everything if I do like give you the backstory on like how I did get so bad. Like I just don't want to do that. So there's no like bad blood with anyone if you guys are thinking that, because that's absolutely not what's happened at all. Like I'm on good terms with literally everyone in my life right now, which is amazing. I don't not like anyone. There's not one person as well that I actually have a problem with, which is great. There was a while there where I had some unresolved like problems with people, but ever since I got a coach, that's something that I've worked through and that's all been resolved. So that has been amazing. Just wanted to clear that up because I don't want you guys thinking like there's problems or anything from the past, because that's not what it is. It's more about working on myself and working on who I want around me and really noticing like how I feel around other people and everything. So I guess we can start with when you guys would have 100% noticed how I was acting very different and you could tell that I wasn't happy. And I would say that was probably like 8 months ago. And it had been going on for like a couple of years. So I was really down for pretty much a couple of years. It was really hard for me. I just felt really lost and I wasn't really sure how to feel better. And I was really anxious. I was getting like, you know, rashes all over my body. So, oh, sorry, I shouldn't say all over my body. I had them like all down my face and down my neck. The thing that's the craziest as well is that when you guys notice like how much happier I am now, like obviously there's going to be days where you're feeling a little bit more anxious than others. Like I get anxiety from like circumstantial situations usually. So with the coaching and like how I was like, you know, not doing very well, it was because there was something in my life that I hadn't really faced yet, and I needed to figure that out. And there was like actually a few things that I needed to figure out, and she helped me so much. But even for right now, like I'm anxious because of like a few things in my life, but I know that I can work through them to get in like a clearer headspace. So knowing that I have my coach to help me makes me feel less anxious because I know I'm going to get through it. But I guess like before I had a coach, I didn't know that I could get through what I was going through because I genuinely didn't know that I had control over my life. And I think that was the most important thing that I learned. So let's just completely start from the beginning. I remember 2 years ago, up to about 8 months ago, I just was feeling lost, as I said, and just really anxious all the time. And it got to a point where I would cry every single day, like literally every single day. And I got so used to it, I thought it was so normal. But then when my body started breaking out in these like hives and like rashes from anxiety, I was like, okay, I'm obviously not doing anything about how I'm feeling. Like I'm obviously not feeling great. I'm not doing anything about it. I think my body having those rashes everywhere was like literally trying to tell me something, like, Shani, do something about like how you're feeling. Like this isn't normal. I remember when I'd be at home and, you know, someone was over and they left, like I would cry. And then I remember one time that person didn't actually leave and I thought they did. So I started crying and they come up to the room and they're like, why are you crying? Like, why did you wait until I left? So it was to the point where I was like hiding how I was feeling because like I just didn't know how to fix it, and I just had no idea. And I think the most important thing for me with getting a coach is like sometimes you're just not taught how to like process emotions. Sometimes we're not taught how to even like understand why we're feeling a certain way. And yeah, I guess it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm clearly not doing very well. And it finally got to the point where I was like, I need help. Like I definitely need help. I need to be able to learn these tools so I can process my emotions and understand them. And the only person that's truly going to be able to help is, in my opinion, like this is what I was thinking at the time, is a professional, because they study the brain, they study everything for so long so they can understand like how the brain works and how emotions work and all of that stuff and anxiety and everything. So I thought, okay, it's finally time to figure this out because I'm so sick of feeling anxious and I'm so sick of not being happy, not feeling like I have control of my life, feeling stressed all the time, overloading myself with work. I just didn't really know like where that balance was. And to be honest, like I didn't really have anyone in my life that was setting an example of how I wanted to live my life. I would have all these people around me that were grinding every day. Sorry, I'm like a bit funny. And just had this like mindset of like, I want to make money and I want to succeed. And that's fantastic because some people are like that and I totally respect that. But my mindset's very different. Mine's very much about mental health and like, I want to always be feeling happy. I always want to feel content, but also I want to be working hard. I want to be making money as well because obviously I want to support my kids one day. But there was no one around me that was on this like mental health, like trying to better yourself kind of like train. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to reach out to a professional. So I reached out to Mitch Orville, and honestly, I will thank him till the end of this earth. Like he recommended my coach. Her name's Laura Grady and she's an empowerment coach. And I had a phone call with her, and I think she's helped Mitch before in the past. And I was like, you know what? Mitch is amazing. He's honestly such an inspiration to me. He's gone through so much. Sorry, I've got hiccups. I really do look up to him. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to trust his opinion. I'm going to go speak to Laura. We had a phone call and she was amazing. Like we clicked straight away. She wanted to make sure that we both clicked with each other, and we did. And we pretty much just got into it like very quickly. So I would say there was probably like 2 months of like intense calls. So like would jump on like 60-minute calls, 90-minute calls, 30-minute calls nearly every single day because I was very sad and depressed, like very, very sad. I guess the way that I looked at my days was like, I just want to wake up and like get through the day. It wasn't even like, I want to wake up and like, I want to feel happy and I want to do this. It was like, I just want to wake up and like be okay today. But it just wasn't me. Like it didn't feel right. I was literally just trying to get through the day, and that was my end goal, which isn't like that's not how I want to live my life. Like I want to be happy, I want to be content, I want to learn and grow every single day, and it's just not what I was doing. So I remember Laura asked me, she goes, how often do you have bad days? Like out of the week, how many bad days do you have? And I said, I remember this so vividly, like I remember like it was yesterday, and like kind of makes me sad. And it's probably why I put this video off for so long, because like it's really hard for me to think back to like how sad I was at the time. But I'm so grateful for that experience, because I wouldn't be here where I am today without that experience. So I remember saying every day is a bad day for me. And I know you guys knew that as well. Like so many people watching me, and they're just like, you can just tell, and you know, with people's energy and how they're feeling. And especially like when I was living in Melbourne, I was so miserable. Like it was nothing to do with Melbourne, it was just the circumstances that I was in. And so yeah, as I said, I guess we did like 2 months of really intense calls, and it was really, it was hard, but it was amazing to be able to talk about how I was actually feeling. So my coach would ask me a lot of questions, like I guess questions that I would never really ask myself. So like, how does this make you feel? How did that make you feel when this happened? When this person said that, how did that make you feel? And you don't ask yourself those questions. Like I'm sure we would ask our friends like, oh, how are you feeling? But we wouldn't really ask ourselves that. So having someone, a professional, ask me how I was feeling, I could really dissect everything and we could really get to the bottom of how I was feeling. And then once we kind of figured that out, we could be like, okay, so how do we move forward from this? And how do I feel better from this? And it's all about actually taking action, which I think is really scary doing on your own, which is where I thought having a coach would be amazing, or a therapist, whatever you guys would prefer for yourself. I guess I'm telling this so you guys can also maybe jump on the bandwagon of getting professional help as well. Obviously, if you can afford that, there's obviously other alternatives. You can go to the doctors and get like free sessions and all of that, but I'll get into that soon. So, oh yeah. So it got to the point where I'd figured out how I was feeling. I realized I was living a life that I really didn't want to live. I kind of got this like permission slip from Laura. So I don't know, I had a professional backing me, being like, if that's how you feel, then that's okay to change that part of your life so you can feel happier. So having her like help me every step of the way was so, like, honestly, so I don't even know how to thank her for doing that, because I probably would have never done that if it wasn't for her, because I didn't have the confidence within myself to be like, okay, this isn't making me happy, let's change like everything in my life pretty much. So I had way too much workbook. I literally had like 33 jobs in 30 days. It was impossible, like genuinely impossible to do that much work. And like doing the maths and like adding it up, like there was enough days in the week to do it, and that means I'd be working weekends as well. I'd have no downtime. I get sick when I'm like too stressed. Like there was no work-life balance. Like she helped him with so many different parts of my life, and it wasn't just like, you know, the relationship or where I was living. It was work, friends, like health, fitness, everything. There was so many things that I was doing that I didn't want to be doing, or things that I wasn't doing that I wanted to do. Anyway, so we got down to the bottom of it, and the calls started getting like less and less, but we're still speaking every single week. But it went from like talking nearly every single day to like, you know, 3 times a week, and then 2 times a week. And I learned so much from her. And I guess like the bottom line of why I'm sharing all of this is because I want you guys to know that it is okay to get help. Like it honestly is the best thing that I've ever done. And so many people have been like, wow, I've never seen you this happy. And it's so nice to see other people notice that. But I just want you to know that it takes a lot of work to get to this point. Like I still have so much growing to do, and so much growing to do. And for everything, I thank my coach, but also you've got to put that work in that coach is going to give you, or that therapist is going to give you. You have to work through it every single day to be a better version of yourself. So obviously I can thank Laura, and I can thank myself as well. And I still haven't bought myself a present for all that hard work that I put in, because it was very hard. And Laura did tell me to get myself a present, but I never did. But yeah, I kind of just wanted to give you guys a bit of an overview of like how it kind of worked for me, and how her help really helped me get to where I wanted to be. It's like she had dived into my brain and figured everything out that I truly wanted, because she's asked me all these questions, and then she's given me a permission slip to actually do that. And she's like, it's okay to actually do what you want to do to be happy, because at the end of the day, your happiness is literally the most important thing in the world. And I didn't know that. Like I honestly wasn't under that impression. So having someone tell me that every day really, really helped me get to where I am. So yeah, I guess the main message is that I just want you guys to know how important it is if you do need help. that it is available for you, and that is like how I changed my life, honestly. It's like, how are we supposed to know how to understand our emotions or how to express our emotions or anything? Like, how are we supposed to know that if we weren't taught that? Like, I wasn't really taught that. My parents never communicated very well at all. I had to learn that myself, and now my parents communicate so much better because I've kind of taught them how to communicate, right? So obviously no like family situation's perfect, no upbringing's perfect, and there was a lot of things that I didn't learn, and so Laura taught me that. And as I was saying, how are you going to know that if you weren't taught that? So even with like confronting my friends, and like when I was feeling upset and I'd have to like tell them, like I usually would never really say anything, so I'd just get upset, it would build up, it would snowball. But Laura really told me, you know, if something is on your mind, you have to say it. You really have to tell them how you feel, and if they're not going to appreciate that, then maybe they're not meant to be your friend. Like if a friend's making you feel like shit, then maybe they're not supposed to be there, period. But yeah, I guess that's all that I want to say for this video. If you guys do have any questions, I'm actually going to ask you guys on my Instagram what specifically you want me to cover with like my coaching process, because I feel like that was kind of just a bit of a rundown. Obviously there was like techniques that she taught me, and I can get into detail more about like each thing that I kind of worked on, like, you know, work or routine, friends. There's so much. There's honestly so much that I learned with her, and everyone has different problems, which is why I don't really know where to start and what problems to start with. So if you guys do want to know more about it, yeah, I'll ask you guys on Instagram very soon, or you can just DM me or leave a comment, whatever you want to do. But thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you again so much for your support. I love it so much. Yes, I'm very scattered in this video because I have so much stuff on the silk and it's stressing me out. But next week I know I'm going to feel so much better, and I'm okay with being anxious right now. I know that it's going to pass, and I think that's the most important thing. I know it's not going to last forever, and it's just circumstantial, and I'm so excited for the shoot. So it's going to be great, but stressed. I'm just stressed. Anyways, I love you, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye.